Good morning, church. Our scripture is coming from the book of Joshua 24, verse 15. And if it seems evil to you to serve the Lord, choose yourself this day whom you will serve. Whether the gods which your father served that were on the other side of the river, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. May the word of God be blessed. Amen.
Good morning, church. Good morning. Joshua chapter 24, verses 15. The last part. As for me and the household, we will serve the Lord. Amen. That will be our sermon today. To all those who are writing exams, who are almost done, who have been child by course, don't forget that our purpose here is not to pass course, but is to grow the kingdom of God. May we not sit at home and beat ourselves up because things are not going well. At the end, we had an opportunity to go to varsity. That's something to be thankful for. Today we live in a world where a lot of things are raising our kids. When I mean a lot of things are raising our kids, I mean there's stuff like Facebook. Practically, Facebook is raising some of, or not we say our kids, I don't have a kid here, some of your children. Twitter technically is raising some of your children. Instagram, DSTV is raising some of your children. These things are raising us as children. And that's the world we're living in today. And now children grow to be men, and now, not to... Okay, there are people who are counselors, psychologists. Now they are making more money because that's why we're always running with our children, because we now have problems. We have created our problems ourselves because we have let other things raise our children for us. You as parents have failed us. You have let these things raise us as children. As for me and my household, we're going to what? Follow the Lord. Now, this is not just following the Lord by dragging your children just to church on Sunday. But even that, some of us are even failing. Some of us are even asking our children on Sunday, are we going to church today? As funny as that is, there are parents who are actually doing that. Are we going to church? Oh, in our house, even today, as old as I am, even though I don't even have a curfew time, I'm given spare keys, I can come home whatever time. Sunday, it's everyone get up. If you're not going with us, which congregation are you going to? No, today I'm going to YouTube. All right. Growing up, Sunday morning there are cartoons showing. Oh, in our times, I don't know now. There used to be cartoons showing, and as a child, you know, cartoons, that's the most beautiful thing. You leave me with TV, you see me there the whole day, I won't go anyway. So I would wake up, take a shower, the first person to bath, then I come there. The most painful thing is they will switch off that TV and drag you to church. The only time I miss church is when I had, I think it was chicken pox, because it was contagious. That was the best day of my life. I stayed home and watched TV. I watched TV the whole day. I'm like, can this happen every Sunday? But I grew up in a household where every Sunday, no matter what you're going through, you go. My parents made sure no matter what is going on Sunday and Wednesday, we go to church. I was a very naughty child, just to say I'm still am. But I like to see I have advanced, I'm no longer that naughty. My father only beat me. My father only beat me, I think it's 4 times. I'm going to tell you one. No, mothers, obviously, you can't count. Mothers are... Please don't tell them I said this. And may this video not leak to them. My father beat me 4 times. The one time, it was a Wednesday. And Wednesday we go to Bible studies. It was 6 to 7. Amen. It was a Wednesday of December. In December, you don't even go to school. You don't even know what day it is. You play up until it's dark, up until your parents call you. Played, get home, the doors are locked. Why is the door locked? Oh, today it's Wednesday. All right. I rushed to the church building. We were worshiping at Brother Goni's house. Rushed there, we got there, people were walking out. So I get the, how are you? They say, hi, are you fine? Yeah, let's go. Everything is fine. I'm scared. Got home, food was served, and I ate, go bath, I bathed. Today is a very good day. Then after that, it's like, my father walks into the bedroom, and then he calls me into the bedroom. That's when I knew, yeah, it's trouble. And he told me, of all the things you can do, and I will let you sleep, I won't let you this pass. Church, you go. And if this ever happens again, you won't even go play this whole holiday. I made sure every Wednesday I was there. I made sure every service that was there, when Saturday there were youths where I grew up in 2 to 4. Even those youths, it wasn't there, you would make sure, why didn't you go to church today on Saturday? There were youth programs. I wanted to play. You will not play on Saturdays. He made sure growing up, for me, you go to these activities. As for me and my household, fathers, it's your responsibility. Parents. Now, as for me and my household, it's not only just stating that I want it to be that way. It's as fathers, you need to take a lead. As fathers, you need to lead by example. As fathers, you need to show your family that this is a priority. How many of us fathers, when we work, when we come back Saturday and we are tired, Sunday we don't go because we are tired? You have already shown your children that when you are tired, it's okay not to go to church. You have already shown your wife that it's alright, and someday you can be tired and not go. And guess what? He's going to tell you one day as a child when he wakes up, Daddy, today I'm tired. In book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 to 25, it says, wives submit to your husbands as they are the head of the family, right? As Christ is the head. As the head, you need to lead by example. And then it goes on to say, love your wife as what? Christ loved the church. Loving your wife as Christ loved the church is by our conduct. Not me, I'm not yet married. Husbands, it's by your conduct. How you behave when you're home. Not saying only when you get home you stand there, where's my food? Christ taught us servanthood. We are preaching servanthood. Servanthood doesn't only apply at Sunday service, Brother Mshambi. When you get home, you also need to ask, what do I help with? Servanthood need to go into our families. As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord in speech and in conduct. Our conduct. As fathers, as husbands, what is our conduct at home? Or are we those kind of fathers? You'll be telling your children, you know those fathers in the location, you'll be holding a black label, Ibigile, right? That 1 liter, and it tells you, I don't want you to drink. But you're holding it. Let's not be those husbands or those fathers. Lead by example. Our conduct when we're at home. What kind of conduct are we living at home? Servanthood. Imitate me as I imitate Christ, Paul said. And it's through love. In speech, in conduct, and in love. As for me and my household, we follow the Lord in love. Loving your wives, or those aspiring to be husbands, loving your future wives as Christ loved the church, it's being willing to die for them. If we understood this verse, we love to take only the first verse, verse 22, wives submit, we close it there, we go home. The husbands love your wives as Christ loved the church. We don't want to read that. Because if we actually really understood that part, we wouldn't have husbands abusing their wives at home. We wouldn't have husbands cheating on their wives at home. Some of us were even leaders at church, but we are leading this kind of a life. As for me and my household, that's what was Joshua saying. This was the husband saying. This was the father of the family saying, if it's for me and my household. So it means, Brother Justin, you are taking the first step in the right direction. Amen. Not only bringing them to church, but showing Penyo how to behave. They say gentlemen are, the number of gentlemen is lacking in the world. Because men are no longer gentlemen. And I think it starts first, how we are raised. Are our father showing us how to be gentlemen? No. You can't expect Penny to be a gentleman if his father is not. Sorry, I won't. But I'm sure it's because he's always trying to tell me how to be a gentleman. You know, Justice. He's always trying to teach me how to be a gentleman. As for me and my household, in faith, I'm not trying to praise my parents or my father, but one of the things they have done is every day I know from childhood, 9 o'clock, whatever you're watching, they switch it off and we pray. And even got to that point, even when I went away, even myself, it didn't feel right just sleeping into bed without saying a prayer. It just felt like there's something missing from whatever I've done today. I just couldn't sleep alright without having said a prayer. And it's that thing which they instilled in me from childhood. And it's that thing, as parents, we need to instill in our children. Or it's just, let's go to bed. You pray in your bedroom. You think a child will pray? No. Children need that first push. And then it gets wired into their brains that this is what I do, and they grow up with it. And then in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1, it says, wives submit so it might help your husbands. Well, some of our husbands have lost their faith because of our wives. Can we get an amen? Wives, those it's not nice when it's on the husband's side, right? When you touch this side, it's no longer nice. Some of us are responsible for our husbands losing their faith. Because on Sunday we're amen, amen. When you get home, it's a bitter wife at home. When you get home, it's your food is in the microwave. But we laugh, but these things are happening. When I grew up in a society where you hear what is happening next door, you hear what is happening next door. There were not these Jura wars. I grew up in a society where you can hear 5 blocks down. You'll be sleeping when you can hear today it's a bit rough. So we grew up hearing what is happening in different households. And it's always husband, but sometimes even the wives get bitter at home. But Peter is saying, even you wives, do it so that your husbands can be won for the Lord. So that your husbands can stay in the Lord. So that your children can also look up to you. We said, as for me and my household, in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity. Our conduct, as wives, as mothers, when we get home, what is it? Some of these husbands, they're married to 2 wives. On Sunday, this other wife, you wish it stayed Sunday. When you get home, sure, I don't know who you're married to now. Our conduct as wives, when we get home, it needs to be the right conduct. And I don't want to touch much on submit, because I'm sure we're just coming from women's retreat. I know it has even been touched. You know, there are certain things, in Church of Christ. When women gather, obviously, women submit. When youth gather, it's sexual immorality. When men gather, it's doctrine. There are things which in the Church of Christ, the moment youth are gathered, the day won't pass without those topics being taught. So I won't even touch much on submission, because I know this topic, they know. Then he goes on to say in Titus chapter 2, verse 3 to 5, I commend older women to teach younger women. You are not only teaching them on Sunday, like I said, we hear what's happening next door. That's how we are teaching them. When you are in your house, they can hear outside that, that lady, shame. They're saying Zalani at church, but here it's another different person. Our conduct when we are home, our conduct when we are out there, when we are not at church, our conduct when we are not with the brethren is what determines if we are really Christians or not. Not these few hours, we're here at 10 o'clock, right now 12 we are gone. This is not going to save us. This is not Christianity. When we are home as wives, what kind of behavior are we doing? Is it enough to save our husbands? Or is it just going to make our husband, you know what, this is maybe not worth it? Now, as parents, you know, when I grew up, schools used to read Bibles for us. We used to pray at assembly. We used to be taught religion. Right now, they are even banning the Bible being opened in schools. So if you thought schools were going to raise your children for you, guess what? It's no longer happening. It's now your duty as parents to raise your own children. It's now your duty as the congregation to raise these children. Well, one thing that I know in Africa is everyone who's older than you is your parent. I'm going to tell you another story from my childhood. It was in grade 2. Came out, you know, when you come out of school, back then, you hear that siren, you run home, you don't even play. Oh, the gate is flogged. There was another lady passing, and then there was another boy who provoked me. Then I said things to him that I wasn't supposed to say as a grade 2 child. That lady slapped me. And then I cried. Then I wiped my tears. Like, you know, I'm going to take my mother when I get home. I didn't even know this lady, but she lived next door to my house. She just moved in. I didn't know that. Then I'm getting to my house, I see she's still behind me. Okay, what's going on? It's time to start crying. If get home crying, my mom is going to ask what happened. Then I'll tell you what's happening. And then she'll go look for you. You know, as children, you have that thing, your parents are always going to fight for you. So I see where she went. I go home, my tears are back there. You know, when a child is very easy to cry, you can just, I want to cry, it comes. My mom asked me, why are you crying? Said, there's a lady who lives next door, she beat me. She's like, okay, cool, let's go. She asked the lady, why did you beat my son? The lady said, your son said 1, 2, 3. And I thought, him as being a child mustn't say such things. Guess what my mother did? She dragged me home. I got another beating. From that day on, I learned, you know what, everyone here can beat me. How many of us as parents have told people they are not your parents? How many of us have told other elderly people in our community, don't touch my child? You have already blocked off your child's respect. Now he can do whatever he wants in the street, knowing no one else can rebuke me. We think we are protecting our children. We think we are doing this for the best of our children, but we are actually destroying our children. They grow up now lacking respect for the elderly because you know what, you're not my mom. I've heard children say that you're not my mom, and you know exactly, this child is not getting it from themselves. It's their parents who have already told them, those people are not your parents. And if you fast forward that child's life 20 years ahead, there will be no respect. From already a young I knew, you know what, anyone, whatever they say, I'm going to listen, because if I go home, I'm in trouble. As for me and my household, we want to build households, church, which are God-fearing. As parents, we want to make sure that our children grow up knowing God. We want to raise our children knowing that they can fear God, knowing that they can have respect for God. How many of us on Sunday just pick up coins and give to our children to go give? Sunday, again it's giving. You just pick up 2 rand coins. Here, take, go. Well, I thought that was the right way to go. Up until one man once said, you give your children pocket money the whole week. Try telling them from your pocket money, save something to give on Sunday. What have you already taught your children from a young age? You save up to give to God, not just to pick up whatever you find on Sunday. Now we are all grown-ups. Brother Chris was saying, you just take whatever is in your pocket. No, it's not my problem. I grew up being told you pick up whatever is on the table when you walk out. Most of these problems we are having as adults is because our parents were just doing it for us. Well, giving is also a very important part of our Christianity. But how many of us actually take time to teach our children giving? How many of us take time to teach our children the importance of giving to God? Or is just take whatever you get? Some of us, even when we are sweeping Sunday morning, you find God and say, oh yeah, this is for giving today. And children are listening. You know they say children are fast learners. They listen and they have it already. Whatever you pick, that's what we give. You know, when you were growing up if you cry, no, not these toddlers. When you're now starting to be 5 years, 6 years, they know you can now make sense of what is happening. You make noise during the service. That's the worst thing you can do. They would always drag you outside. Well, the congregation I grew up, Sakuba Church of Christ, the toilet is outside, on the outskirts. Behind, there's always kids crying. That's why mothers used to take their children. You make funny noises in the church. We take you there, we beat you, you stand there, wipe your tears, let's go back. That happened to me twice. I never made a sound in the church. You got there, you sit down, do you want anything? No, I'm fine. I've already been, when you are there, you need to pay attention. When you are there, it's time to be serious. And when it's time for Sunday school kids to go, you go also. Go sing with them, go play with, and you grow up, those songs, they stick in your head as a child. How many of us actually, when it's a 6-year-old, we even bring toys for our 6-year-old children to church? I just play, just don't make loud noise, just play them. Don't go to Sunday school. I've already denied my child that chance to grow up in an environment they're being taught. We're already teaching our children, you know what, it's an environment where you can play and do whatever you want as long as you are there. It starts from a young age. In the book of Psalm chapter 127, verse 4, it says, "Well, children are like an arrow. The direction which you point them is the direction which they go." The other day, I forgot who was preaching. And he, you know when you ask for a response from the congregation, and the response is supposed to be Jesus Christ. Everyone else kept quiet. I heard Anzania saying, "Jesus Christ." I was like, wow. And she knows a lot of songs. If you have said with Anzania you can she sings alone. And I'm sure if they would leave her at home or they would say, "Go play outside," she would never know, like some parents do. Go play outside. Right? You are denying our children that chance to grow up in an environment where they get to learn. From a young age, she now knows a few hymns more than some of us. Because some of us will be keeping quiet. I don't know if I'm saying you don't know. She can already sing from a young age. You can talk to Penyo. Penyo already knows a few verses. Some of us even say memory verse. But it's where we take our children that helps them to grow. What we are putting in our children's minds, it helps them to grow. In the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 5, it says, "I hope you keep the faith that came from your grandmother, and it came to your mother, and it came to you." It's the family continually teaching their own children. The grandmother taught the mother, and the mother made sure it went to Timothy as the son, and now he's also working in the same faith. Today we are all obsessed about generational wealth, those businessmen, right? That's today's thing. Create generational wealth, create generational wealth, make sure your great-grandchildren can eat off your wealth. What about spiritual wealth? Generational spiritual wealth, are we making sure of that? When we are home, when we are speaking to our children, what are we talking about? Is it only sport, only business, only school? You even be surprised if your father talks about the Bible. Are you fine today? Because it's a topic that never comes up in our houses. Our children, what they grow up to be parents, it's because of us. It's because of us as a congregation. I'm here to commend you as parents. If you see us as the youth, if you see us as the young people doing something wrong, take it up to you to correct us. If I grow up to be a bad person, it's all your fault, Brother Justice. You saw me doing it. We are all out here saying, Penny is a bad child, it's Brother Justice's fault. No, it's not Brother Justice's fault. It's also your fault. Because you saw Penny doing what he's doing and you let him do it. We want to create an environment where our families are thriving and our children are growing up to follow the faith. Even Timothy, when he was writing, he says, "I commend older women to teach what? Younger women. Not only those who are of your family, but to teach those who are around you." I know my son is fine. No, he's not only, I'm also your son. She's also your daughter. Whatever you are trying to do for your daughter, make sure you're also doing it for the next person. Because as much as you think, I'm always with my daughter, one day she's going to be out there. When you are not there, there's going to be another mother who is also there. The way you want them to treat your daughter, also do the same. And today's world, it's, you know, if you beat a child, it's abuse. You know, they can go report you to the police station. The first time, there's no such law in Zimbabwe, by the way. The first time we moved to South Africa, I had the same. I said, you know, jokingly to your father, I can see, we'll report you. He said, then you move out of my house. If you're under my roof, eating my food, I can still beat you. Like, oh yeah, it's really serious. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 13 to 14. Let's read this one. I don't want anyone to say Baxter said this. Even children, so that when something is happening, you say, Baxter, it's my fault. It's not my fault. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13 to 14. Do not withhold discipline from a child. If you strike him with a rod, he will not die. If you strike him with a rod, what are you doing? You will save his soul from Sheol. Discipline is actually saving our children. As parents, I'm sure, especially today's parents, you know, they're tending to be much softer and softer. You want to spoil your child. Me, I want to spoil my child. I don't want to be raised the way I was with my parents. They were strict. If they were not strict, you're not going to have made it where you are today. If you're honest right now, if you look back your life, if your parents are not as strict as they were you going to have made it where you are? No. Our parents telling us to do our homework before we play. Our parents make sure we do everything before we go play. Has made us to be here in varsity today. And even now in varsity, it's back in your mind. Before I go do anything, I need to do my work first. Now your parents are no longer there, but they've instilled it in you that you need to be responsible. Now if you were spoiled, where were you going to be today? As much as we want to spoil children as parents, there's also discipline. And discipline, he says, you will not kill him, he will not die. Penny will not die, Brother Justice. My grandmother always used to say, did you die? And even up today, she tells me, the other ones who are there, did you die? No. Because our grandmother is still strict, but today's parents are tending to be soft. But we are actually killing our children by spoiling them. They grow up without discipline, and they turn out to go out being not responsible children. And now they are always at Brother Cleo's offices every day. Right? Thank you. And I'm sure if you speak to Brother Cleo, he'll tell you maybe 90% of those ones, it's not the children's problem, it's the parents' fault.
Amen, brother.
It means I'm speaking the truth. Because it's in the field. They meet these people every day. Children, my child is doing this, my child is doing this. And as counselors, I'm sure as psychologists, they tell you, once you dig deep, you actually find it's not the child's problem. It started with the parents.
Yeah.
As parents, we have so much responsibility. How our children turn out to be, it's in our hands. That's why when you have made it in life, Kanye, they're going to tell your parents, you have done a great job, because it's not you. They know it's your parents, they've put in the work for you. As much as they know I started on my own, yes. For you to study on your own, they make sure you are there. As parents, let us make sure all our children grow up in the faith. Let us instill in our children that God is a priority. We can never say anything else. The only thing that these youths who are from vets who are coming here without their parents, the reason why they're coming, because their parents did a good job with them. I bet you there are other, if you can really count, there are other 30 children who are Church of Christ members who are vets who are not coming. If we're really to be serious, there are a lot of children who are here who do not come because to them it's not a priority. To them it is not important. And these who come is because the parents have instilled that God is important in life. You go every Sunday, no matter what, even if you're tired. My father sometimes he works night shift on Saturdays. Even if he's tired, Sunday, I know, let's go. And then Sunday afternoon, don't make any noise because he's sleeping. If you wake him up sleeping, even when you're tired, you go. How many of us already know, today I'm tired, you know what, I'll go next week. Instead of I'll go in the evening service. No. And then where I'm going there's no evening service, so I'll go next week. And then I'll go next week. No, I'm writing tomorrow, so I need to study. I'll go next week. You're writing tomorrow, what do you need more? Your knowledge of God. Now here's the funny thing. I didn't go to the Sunday service because I was studying. Now I failed. Who do I blame? God. God didn't send me. I was like, wait, by the way, who abandoned God to study? You thought you were going to do it on your own, right? So why are you blaming God now? He says, seek first what? We really don't understand that part, do we? Seek first the kingdom of what? Of God. As for me and my household, we shall follow the Lord. In speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. And I'm here to say, as husbands, do not only lead the family just to bring them to church. Our conduct at home must show that we are following Christ. As wives, our conduct, our love, our speech. Okay. I was about to sit down, this just came to my mind. One day I visited my friend at his house. We were doing a project, so he said, let's do it at our place. We went there, we did everything. Then the mother served us dinner. She said, you guys have been working a lot, you boys, come in, let's eat. So we're sitting at the dinner table as a family. You know, you're not comfortable in your house. So we're just eating, people are talking, and words are flying around. No, those foul words are flying around. It's too much for me. And there's a 7-year-old boy sitting there. He said one word. The whole family turned to him, you're not supposed to say that. I'm like, how is he never going supposed to say that when actually that is what is flying around the whole table? And that's what we are doing at home. We're trying to tell our children, do not do this, but actually we are doing the same thing. No matter how much you tell him not to do it, he's going to do it. And it's the famous example, a crab tells its children, walk straight. And then, but it walks on the side. And then one of the crab's child says, Daddy, show us, how do we walk straight? But you want us to walk straight, even you as the father do not know how to walk straight. Our conduct at home, as parents, is going to direct our children. If you want your child to be a gentleman, Brother Justice, you start. There was a quote, I think it was on Facebook, says, if you want your son to be a gentleman yourself. Show your children how to treat their future wives by the way you treat your wife. Because we see, does daddy ever come home with flowers for mom? No. So in my world, it doesn't exist. I've never seen it anywhere. So how am I gonna... to me, it's a foreign thing. It's a movie thing. It doesn't happen in real life. It's a movie thing. And now, I find a girl whose father was buying, you see? So now we're in conflict because to her, it's a reality. And as that kind of a father, you have taught your daughter also standards. If he doesn't buy you flowers, he's not the right man. If he's not a gentleman, he's not the right man. Because here's the thing. I think it's an analogy. They say daughters look for their fathers, right? It's kind of like a thing. Because she sees the way he's treating her mother. Actually, this is what I want in life. So if you're out here abusing your wife, she's going to see that to her, that's what a man is supposed to be. Because you are the picture of a man. Now, we have these problems now because of how parenting was. Let us make sure as Christian families we withhold Christian conduct so that our children grow up to be better people. As much as we want to blame our children, as much as we want to blame Facebook, we want to blame DSTV, it is us as parents who are responsible for what our children watch. I know me, my child can watch whatever they want. I need them to see. Me, I didn't have a TV back in my day. Hey, the more they see those things, the more they are being corrupt. Even cartoons are no longer pure as we thought they were. They are starting them young already. Cartoons already are being corrupt. So there's nothing which is still pure for our children to watch out there. It's now up to us parents. As I sit down, they said there's, I think there's a hormone or something which comes out in our body when we are always on our phones, when we receive text messages, when we're on social media. They say that is the same as what we get when we smoke. That is the same we get when we're on drugs. So they say that's why you're addicted to your phones. That's why you're addicted to smoking. That's why you're addicted to drugs. Because it produces the same hormone, it has the same effects. And yeah, those words. And that man was saying, we tell our children not to drink till they're 18. not to smoke till they're 18. But already they have that drug because they had the phone when they were 5 years. So already they have that drug. We just kill them with our phones, not with weed, not with alcohol. And now when you're telling parents, don't give your children cell phones, they're still in primary. No. What's the point? It's just a cell phone, it's just growing up. But it has these effects on children. They grow up already, they are on this. It's like a drug. And already they are growing up on, like, no, me, I'm protecting my children, they don't smoke. Yeah, they don't smoke, but they're getting the same effect as the child who's smoking, them with the phone. They're all in the same road, the same WhatsApp group. And it's these things that we need to protect our children from. It's not killing our children. It's not being too strict on our children. It's called discipline. And we want a church where, if our families are disciplined, guess what will happen to the whole congregation? The whole congregation will benefit. Proverbs said what? Do not withhold discipline from a child. He will not die. But if you discipline him, you're actually saving his soul. So as parents, let it make it our right. Let us make it our goal to save our children's souls. Amen. Amen.